Hello and welcome back to another paleontological news. I am so happy to finally be doing these paleontological news again. What a month it's been. All the delays, and then I got sick at the start of the year, and there was just so many delays, but now we're back to making the paleontological news, and boy oh boy, there is a lot to cover. So I'll cut to the chase and say I'm glad to be back. Okay, for the start of the paleontological news, we have our very first ceratopsian that was discovered. And of course, it was discovered a while back ago in the year, but I was like, we got to get this in the paleontological news. So this new ceratopsian dinosaur was called Lokiaceratops. And Lokiaceratops is a horned dinosaur that was discovered and lived in the swamps of Montana and lived during the late Cretaceous period. I'm looking at the Smithsonian website, Institute of Research, and this remarkable new species of horned dinosaur named Lokiaceratops was a plant-eating dinosaur, and its beginning unveiled at the Natural History Museum in Utah. The dinosaur excavated from the badlands of northern Montana, just a few miles from the US-Canada border, among the largest, most oriented ever found. Two huge blade-like horns on the back of its frill. The distinctive horn pattern inspired the name Lokiaceratops, meaning Loki horned face that looks like a caribou. The new species was announced today in the scientific journal, and it was discovered a while back ago in the year. And it lived 78 million years ago in the swamps of northern Montana. So that is very good news. A new ceratopsian dinosaur discovered. Very good news indeed. Very, very good news. Alright, for our next paleontological discovery that was found not too long ago in November was paleontologists discovered a new species of ankylosaur or dinosaur. A new genus and species of ankylosaur has been identified from the articulated and partial skeleton found in 1986 in southern China. So there's a newly discovered ankylosaur discovered in southern China. The newly discovered specimen was an early member of a family of armored dinosaurs called Ankylosauridae. This ancient animal was approximately 6 to 20 feet in length, and it lived in the late Cretaceous period. It lived from the middle Jurassic to the end of the late Cretaceous epoch. So I will try to link a link to this article down in the bio so you can be able to read more about this dinosaur. But specimen dates on late Cretaceous epoch between 84 to 72 million years ago. So you can read more about it in the link down below in the bio. And I'll try to leave a link to it. But what an interesting find. Okay, on to our next dinosaur. Actually, this is not a dinosaur, a marine reptile. A new species of ichthyosaur identified from Colombian fossils. So it was found in Colombia down in South America, not British Columbia. Paleontologists say they identified a new species of marine reptile in the ophthalmosaurid genus it's a long scientific name, lived approximately 125 million years ago. Are a family of ichthyosaurs that lived during the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. These ichthyosaurs appeared worldwide during the early Bahashian around 170 million years ago. Subsequently, due to the disappearance of most other ichthyosaur lineages after the end of the Torchian 170 million years ago. So these are time periods either in the Jurassic or the Cretaceous, early Cretaceous. But I'm thinking that this is Jurassic age. So you can read more about it in the link in the bio, and I will try to get a link in the bio. And if I can't get a link in the bio, I'm definitely complaining to YouTube. Okay, next. Paleontological find. Paleontologists unveil a new species of sauropod dinosaur. Fossilized remains found in Patagonia, Argentina back in 2009 represent a new genus and species of the plant-eating dinosaur that belonged to a group called Rebeccasauridae. The newly discovered species lived in Patagonia, South America between 99 to 96 million years ago, late Cretaceous period. Ancient plant eater that is an early member of the Rebeccasauridae, a group of diplodocid sauropods that diversified primarily on the supercontinent Gondwana between the early and late Cretaceous. Rebeccasauridae discovered the base and most group of Diplodocasauridae. Okay, you can read more about this in the link in the bio. Alright, moving on to the next group. A newly discovered duck-billed dinosaur unearthed in Mexico. Paleontologists from the University of Bath and elsewhere have described a new genus and species of Currentosaurid hadrosaur dinosaur from a partial skull found in the late Cretaceous Cerrillo del Pueblo Formation. The newly described species named Amculeosaurus lipini had an estimate length. It dates the end of the Campanian age of the late Cretaceous epoch around 72.5 million years ago. And it was a hadrosaurid of the group of duck-billed dinosaurs. And this is really fascinating because it just shows that duck-billed dinosaurs weren't just in Canada during the Cretaceous. They went all the way down into Mexico, and they were widely throughout North America. This is very extremely fascinating. That is a great paleontological find. You can read more about it in the link. Alright, moving on to our next paleontological discovery. Paleontologists discovered a new species of Titanosaur sauropod in Spain. Paleontologists have unearthed the skeletal remains from a previously unknown species of Titanosaur at the fossil site of Lo Helico in Spain. I can't pronounce these names. If you want to know the names that I can't pronounce, the link is in the bio. It lived in Europe around 75 million years ago, Spain. During the Cretaceous period, the ancient creature was a member of Saltosauridae, a superfamily of titanosaurian dinosaurs within the clade Lithostrona. Titanosaur was a successful group of sauropod dinosaur that experienced an important event of diversification in the early Cretaceous, with the establishment of 7 distinct lineages, including Lithostrona. I think that's how you say it. Sorry if I butcher it. My English is not the best, and that is not an excuse. They lived during the late Cretaceous period, and they survived until the extinction that killed all the dinosaurs with the asteroid. You've heard that multiple times, probably millions of times by now. Very fascinating, very cool. I will try to put the link in the bio. Alright, moving on to our next paleontological discovery. A new species of plant-eating dinosaur discovered. A new species of non-hadrosaurid hadrosaur name. Oh my goodness, why do they make such long, hard names? Link is in the bio. You can read the full name, because this is a lot of consonants and a lot of I's and A's and G's. Oh my goodness. We'll just call it hadrosauroid. Now this is a bipedal dinosaur, but it can also walk on all fours. It lived in China during the late Cretaceous epoch, around 70 million years ago. It was about 8 meters to 26 foot long. Herbivore belonged to the Hadrosaurian, a superfamily Ornithischethian dinosaurs that includes so-called duckbill dinosaurs. So it's like in the family tree of duckbill dinosaurs, kind of, sort of. Diverse superclade Ornithischethian dinosaurs remains have been found in the late, early, and late Cretaceous deposits in Asia, Europe, and America, Africa, Antarctica. They were all over the place. Almost all over the place. It is a phylogenetic called defined as the most inclusive taxona, include Parasaurolophus but not Iguanodon, and is famous for the duckbill dinosaur rostrum and complex tooth batteries in its skull, one person quotes. To read more about this animal and its extraordinary, link in the bio, as always. Okay, moving on to our next paleontological find. Ooh, this is a good one. A new carnivorous dinosaur species unearthed in Kyrgyzstan. It's one of the stands in Asia. A new species of large theropod dinosaurs named Alpecarish. Why do they make these dinosaur names so hard? Has been discovered in the Middle Jurassic Albastanian Formation in northern part of the Fergan deposit of Kyrgyzstan. Now, to people that are wondering what it was a large meat-eating dinosaur. A theropod walked on all 2 feet. From the artwork here, life reconstruction of this animal, credit Josh Vick. I can't pronounce his last name. I'm sorry. It belongs to the Metriacanthosaurid family, a group of medium to large size allosaur theropod dinosaurs that are characterized by high arched skulls, plated like elongate neural spines, and slender hind limbs. So again, a 3-fingered meat-eating dinosaur is what we're we're picturing. And it lived between 165 to 161 million years ago, during the Calvonian Age and the Jurassic period. To read more about it, link in the bio. Alright, next off on our paleontological news. A new species of fossil hybridontid-form shark identified in Japan. Paleontologists in Japan have described a new species of shark-like cardiologous fish based on the fossilized teeth from the late Triassic monochord formation. Named Paravoideus omnicherius, the newly identified shark species lived during the late Triassic epoch between 237 and 227 million years ago. It belongs to the Paravoideus, a small genus of extinct hypodontiform sharks known from their Mesozoic era. And on screen we have a picture, life reconstruction of the hybridontid-form shark. Image credit, I don't know, Georgie Blanco. Georgie Blanco. Credit Georgie Blanco for this picture. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. A diversity of Triassic hybridontid forms known as from Japan, but these are known from non-marine deposits and the first reported occurrence of the family Ochiidae, paleontologists said. So really cool discovery found in Japan. Really cool. You can read more about it. I'll link in the bio. Okay. Ancient humans played a role in the demise of the woolly rhinoceros, a new research suggests. The extinction of woolly rhinoceros, Coelodontidae, I can't say the last name, I'm sorry, at the onset of the Holocene remains at the enigma, with the conflicting evidence regarding its cause and dynamics. Using the computating intense modeling approach and extensive paleontological and ancient DNA formation, a team of paleontologists led by the University of Amelidae and University of Copenhagen scientists reveals how and why the enigmatic species went extinct. Woolly rhinoceros were an iconic member of the mammoth steppe fauna of Central and Northern Eurasia, originating on the Timtanian Plateau approximately 2.5 million years ago. It was a cold, adapted species covered in thick skin, long fur, with the body size similar to a living African white rhinoceros. Based on fossil chronologically, the woolly rhinoceros was presumed extinct 13,900 years ago, despite surviving repeated interglacial cycles of the Pleistocene. However, the recent discovery of woolly rhinoceros DNA in early Holocene sediments indicates a later extinction date of 9,800 years ago. While there is an ongoing debate surrounding the young age estimated redeposits of DNA is unlikely to be its cause. Using computer models, fossils, and ancient DNA, we traced 52,000 years ago of a population history of the woolly rhinoceros across Eurasia at the resolution not previously considered possible, said the University of Adelaide's Dr. Damien Fordham. This shows that from 3,000 years ago, a combination of cooling temperatures and low but sustained hunting by humans caused the woolly rhinoceros to contract its distribution southward, tapping it in scattered from isolated and rapidly deteriorating habitats at the end of the last ice age. As the earth thawed and temperatures rose, populations of woolly rhinoceros were unable to colonize important new habitats opening up in the north of Eurasia, causing them to destabilize and crash, bringing them about their extinction. To read more about this article, link in the bio. Fossils from new species of carnivorous dinosaur discovered in Argentina. A new species of Furliosaurian abelosaurid that lived during the Cretaceous period has been identified from the fossilized skeletal remains found in Patagonia, Argentina. It lived in what is now Argentina about 69 million years ago, restricting age of the late Cretaceous period. Abelosaurids are a family. Belosauridae were the most abundant theropods during the last Cretaceous, occurring in all Gondwanian regions except Antarctica and Australia, where they remain unknown, said Dr. Diego Pol, a paleontologist at the Museo Argentino de Ciencias Naturales Reunidas at Concet and his colleagues. They were known principally from South America, which has been the best fossil record in this group, as well as from India, Northern Africa, and Madagascar. Alright, very cool stuff. The link to this article is in the bio. A new study uncovers secrets on saber-toothed cat at evolution. Paleontologists from the University of Lineage and elsewhere have investigated the evolutionary patterns behind the development of saber teeth in two groups of carnivores, felids, family of domestic cats, lions, tigers, and etc., and nymphorids, often labeled as false cats. Saber teeth, those iconic elongated upper canine teeth, have long fascinated both scientists and the general public, notably because they have appeared several times in the fossil record, including two particularly well-known lineages of saber-toothed tiger felids and nymphoridians. However, the process by which these lineages acquire these elongated upper canines remains rather unclear. Using state-of-the-art 3D scanners and analytical methods, the University of Lineage paleontologist Namari Charta and colleagues collected and analyzed data from the diverse set of living and extinct species. Well-quantified shape 99 mandibles and 91 skulls have different areas and continents, giving us a better understanding of the evolution of these animals. Unlocking the secrets of saber-toothed cat evolution not only enriches our understanding of the Earth's past, but also documents the mechanisms leading up to their evolutionary convergence. The study reveals some surprising results, the paleontologist said. To read more about this article, link in the bio. Okay, our next paleontological find, as paleontologists discovered 2 new species of Pachycephalosauridae dinosaurs. Paleontologists have unearthed the fossil remains of 2 new small-bodied Pachycephalosauridae, and one in Dinosaur Park Formation of Alberta and the other in the Hell Creek Formation in Montana. Really cool find. One of the new dinosaur specimens one hard to pronounce name, lived 75 million years ago in now what is Canada. The other lived in the United States approximately 67 million years ago. Both specimens belong to the Cephalosauropus. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name. Despite a poor representation in the fossil record with their thick front prothodomes, the hypothesized head-butting behavior Pachycephalosauridae, some of the most iconic dinosaurs, said lead Dr. Carrie Woodruff, a paleontologist with the Phil and Patricia Frost Museum of Science and the Museum of the Rockies, and his colleagues. While the true function of their usual cranial domes continued to be debated, considerably researchers have focused on their autogeny and diversity. The work has been complicated by an unusual fossil record that is dominated by disarticulated cranial remains, with the associated skeletons being exceptionally rare. This pattern is likely to be the result of small body size taphomatic based against the preservation and recovery of their delicate skeletons and the robust dyslectic nature of the bones that comprise their cranial domes. The halt type of this specimen, collected on the north side of the Red Deer River in northeast region of Dinosaur Provincial Park, Alberta, Canada, the researchers said. Collected from the lower half of the Hell Creek Formation around 45 kilometers southwest of the town of Jordan in Garfield County, Montana, the United States. Really cool find, a Pachycephalosaur find. Link to it in the bio.